You're watching Fox, which means you're drunk or you have a below normal IQ. Coming up next on the Fox Network.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program to bring you something more entertaining.
All right. Andrew. How you doing? I'm Jablonski. I'm Andrew executive producer here.
Great.
All right, so make this quick because I was just on my way out, taking the kids to a hockey game. Okay. Well, you've got 30 seconds to pitch your idea. Go.
30 seconds. Okay, it's a show called Pop Cultured. It's a satire show.
Stop there, because we're trying to go the route of Fox and other shows, successful programs like that.
Like what?
Well, I don't really have to tell you, but I will. We're working on a show called Survivor North Korea, and we're also working on a show called CSI Canada.
CSI Canada?
That's right. Does that seem odd to you?
Well,
Because
yeah,
your
there's not a
opinion
lot
means
of
nothing to me.
Murders.
Because I'm the one
we
that's
don't have a
taking
lot
the
of
risk.
forensics up in Canada, or come
Canada?
down there.
Well, none that you hear about.
Okay, what else? Because I think my
All right,
show
10,
will be effective.
You got 10 seconds to sell me on your show. Go.
Okay, well, from what I told you, you know, musical guests.
You haven't told me anything yet.
You keep interrupting me.
I'm interrupting you. You're interrupting me. I'm trying to go to a hockey game with my kids.
Well, maybe we should have.
Maybe we should have did it. All right, your time's up, buddy. Listen, I read the email you sent me, and I don't think we're going to go with that show. We're working
Then why
on
did
some
you
other
come down
things.
here?
All right, you're getting a bit
No, you come
hostile.
down here. I need you.
I think that's it for this interview. It was nice meeting you.
No, wait a minute. Come back.
But all right, well, I gotta go.
Wait.
So, have a good day, sir.
Musical guests.
I said good day.
What the son of a bitch? What the hell is this? What is this? Get down here. What are you doing?
I'm doing audio.
You're what?
Doing audio.
What is your name?
Miguel.
Miguel. Okay, Miguel. How long have you been a professional boom or lighting operator? You want to tell me that?
3 hours.
3 hours. Did the temp agency send you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, in the short time that you've been a boom operator or whatever, do you feel that you've done anything professional, or you've just interrupted my show?
I'm sorry, sir.
Get out of here. You're fired.
I
Hi, I'm Andrew Lapointe. I'm the producer of this show called Pop Cultured. What we were doing, first of all, let me apologize for this, and let me explain the situation to you. We were Jeff Clobridge and I, there's Jeff. He's a wonderful actor from the Toronto Theatre Company. Very funny guy. We were shooting a segment for my show Pop Culture, the opening segment, and it didn't go too well. Up until the boom mic entered the shot, we were a little interrupted by Miguel over there, who's just been fired.
Get out.
But everything's okay. What we're going to do is we're just going to go right to the show, because we have a great show lined up for you. Our host, Jerry Grandbois, is very funny. We have a musical guest. We're going to be covering such great topics like the Howard Stern FCC issue. Basically, this show covers pop culture and... What were you doing?
Nothing.
What were you doing?
Nothing. I was just standing here holding my mug.
So you're going to disrupt my show as well?
Listen, until you have proof or evidence, calm down, buddy.
Why? Listen, we're TV students, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that mean that we've grasped some sort of professional courtesy, or can't we pull off a good show?
Define professional, whatever you just said.
Professionalism, courtesy, respect, maturity,
Hold on.
tactfulness.
You had me at respect.
I didn't have you at anything. Now get out. You're fired.
You can't fire me because I'm not even getting paid. I was never hired in the first place. I was just walking by. You told me to come in and play a TV.
Well, I have the power to fire you. I have the power to fire all of you, unless we do a good show. I'm very sorry, folks. As you will see, it will be a very funny, very enlightening, very original, edgy show, and you should enjoy it, right?
No habla español.
Get out of here. So let's just start the show right now. It's called Pop Cultured, and let's start.
That's not even funny.
Yes, it is to me.
Welcome to the show. My name's Jerry, and this is Pop Cultured. I'm not Michael Jackson, and I'm certainly not cultured, but I'm the host. Today we have a fun-filled afternoon planned out ahead of us. Sitting next to me are my two guests for our roundtable discussion, Jesse Anderson Masuya and Jeff Clobridge. I'd like to thank these two for coming into the show.
You're
Jeff,
welcome.
My
you're
pleasure.
welcome. Jeff is part of our musical guest a little later on. Now, censorship is a very big issue, and that's what we're going to talk about today. To start things off, Jesse, have you ever been affected by censorship?
Yes, I have. They say I can't run around naked.
That's a definite
public.
problem. That's a problem.
And it hurts because I like to be free.
And Jeff,
I like
yourself?
freedom.
Well, I've been censored, and I was actually trying to make a point. And I was on TV live, and they asked me not to pull my pants down, but I did anyways. They cut immediately, went to black, but when we came back, there was a fuzzy thing area around my genital area. Can I say genital?
Can we say genitals? Can we say genitals? Is that good? Okay, good.
So anyways,
We were just checking with the censors there.
it was, they blurred out my genital region, and it was actually funnier than me pulling my pants down, so it worked out in the end.
So there
So
you go.
that's the point where censorship worked.
I see what you're saying. Now, censorship in television has come to a nexus point, as you might say, and it's also affecting things like the radio. As you all know, Howard Stern is getting a lot of bad publicity about his hard-talking, bad taste-filled show, and he's also gone as far as to say that Oprah Winfrey also has as much bad content as he does. So, what do you think of this whole censorship in the media and censorship on television? Do you think it's needed? Do you think that it's something that will make television better, or is it just going to turn us into proletarians?
I think it'll turn us into the latter, if I may. I think it's going to turn us into the last thing you said.
Proletarians?
Because I think if you don't like what you're seeing and if you don't like what you're hearing, here's a little tip. Change the canal. Get it?
Jesse, what do you think about that?
I think it's part of our English language, Jerry. And I think kids need to know the English language. That's what English is for.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Now, with the whole, have you seen the Super Bowl? We all saw the Super Bowl, right? Janet Jackson's boob. Can I say that? Can I say boob? Should I say breast? Okay, sorry. Her upper poitrine, as we might say in the francophone persuasion, that caused a lot of stirs, caused a lot of problems, and it's affecting the whole TV industry. It's pretty crazy. What do you think about that? What do you think about the Super Bowl and the upper chest area being exposed? Do you think that was fake? Did
Once
you think it was?
again, kids have to learn from somewhere.
Absolutely.
You know, they have to learn about the female body, male body, whatever. You can flick to channel, what was it, 208? And
MXS on your local
MXS?
digital cable channels.
yes, or TQS, whichever one you pick. You should really teach your kids about that.
Wait. Well, I
They-
still think that,
Where babies come from.
accidents happen. I mean, Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson are professionals. And so what if she had a pink or a green nipple guard? Can I say nipple?
Can we get a check on that, please? Nipple.
Well, she had a green nipple tassel on, and my question is, why was she wearing it if it wasn't planned?
Maybe it made her feel good.
Could be. Maybe it's a new device to stop high beams from showing. Can I say high beams?
I think we're good with high beams. We're good? We're good. Okay. Now, one thing that I've always been astounded as to, when I change the channel and I go onto my local dog show, all I hear is bitch this, bitch that. It's quite frequent, you know, hey, that's a nice bitch. That bitch has got a nice head of fur. That bitch walks properly. That bitch knows what she's doing out on the court. So what do you guys think about this double standard that is invading the media? Like, you can't say B-double-O-B, but you could say breast. We all know it means the same thing. Is this turning into a censorship of adjectives?
Well, I think we need to have words like that have two meanings for the Bart Simpsons of the world, who like to push the limits of censorship and try and take things out of context and put them in a context where they're not appropriate, and then try and fall back on the fact that there is another meaning, when in fact that's not what they meant in the first place.
Very interesting. Jesse, what do you think about that?
You know what? I think that they're taking it way too far. Because yeah, you're right. It means the same thing. And yeah.
I mean, whether I'm referring to a pure
dog.
breed female dog, or I'm referring to that crack whore on the corner, I mean, either way, I'm talking about a bitch. Crack whore, is that good?
I think crack, you're not allowed to say crack.
Okay, sorry folks. Code red. Well, I'm having a hard time dealing with censors. I just can't imagine what they do on live TV in the United States.
No.
I mean, can you
They
guys
do
imagine?
nothing.
Well, Howard Stern had a funny way of getting around the censors. Like, he played a game where you had to fill in the blanks. Like, I'll give a blank, and you fill in the blank, okay?
Sounds great,
Like,
Jeff.
Okay, so if I said blank a doodle do, what would you say?
Cock-a-doodle-doo. To
Very
you too.
I would say cock. Give me another example, Jeff.
Well, when you play badminton, you play with a shuttle blank.
Pardon?
When you play
shot?
badminton,
A bratwurst? A
Jerry?
I have no idea, Jeff. But I
Well,
think
it's called
we're,
a shuttlecock.
Shuttlecock.
oh.
Okay, well, I think we're almost out of time. So I'd like to thank my guests, Jesse and Jeff, for coming out today. And stay tuned for our musical guests coming a little later on and my commentary.
Now, get ready.
So my name's Jerry, as you might as well know already. And this is the 7-second delay commentary, and I have a few things to say. Watch out! Cover your children's eyes and ears! Censor yourselves before it's too late! On January 24th, 2004, Canada's coach Don Cherry ranted about the use of protective visors in the NHL. For the up 1000th time, he criticized those who use them, namely the French and European players, saying it made them look like sucks. He also went on and on about the rampant use of drugs in the Major Junior Hockey League. Once the hate mail was received and read, the CBC decided to put the Coach's Corner segment on a 7-second delay, much like yours truly. But what is a 7-second delay, I asked myself? Well, it's simple. A show is recorded and then broadcast 7 seconds later in order to prevent the offensive content from airing. The beeps you hear on an episode of The Osbournes is a prime good example. But we're talking about Don Cherry. We don't have to worry about the evil F word. He keeps it clean like Mr. Clean. I then wondered what could possibly be censored. Well, I had always thought that Cherry was on TV to speak his mind about the NHL and hockey in general, but it seemed that those trademark rants are what worries the CBC so much. So opinionated, so opinionated. On February 1st, 2004, during the halftime show of the Super Bowl, Justin Timberlake, a man extraordinaire, exposed Ms. Janet Jackson's breasts. Families across North America, and mostly the U.S., prude. Oh, I got something. There we go. Called NBC to complain, and almost instantly, TV land has been changed. On February 2nd, the Federal Communications Committee, the FCC, Chairman Michael Powell, launched an investigation into not only the Jackson Timberlake incident, but into the entire halftime show that he said was nothing more than an onstage copulation. Can you get that? Onstage copulation. Threatening most major stations with fines, the FCC had NBC re-edit the ER episode, an ER episode, to remove a scene where we would have seen a glimpse of a patient's boobie, as in breast. MTV was next in line to make changes to their on-air content by changing the rotation of their videos, namely Hot Sexy Britney Spears' new Toxic video. The FCC is targeting even the so-called untouchable channels like HBO, where they can pretty much say what they wish and shoot anyone in the head. Since these two incidents, the broadcasting of the Academy Awards was delayed 5 seconds, and every channel is being scrutinized to the extreme. Censorship is the issue here, and the American broadcasting system is being hit hard. The impact in Canada has not been felt nearly as much as it has in the US, but any issue there seems to make its way up here. At some point in time, we always feel the wrath of the US, red, white, and blue. So, what's the deal? Don Cherry can't speak his mind anymore, and every on-air talent in the US has the FCC and its fines hanging over their heads like an evil Sith waiting to take you into the bowels of hell. Ah! Gone are the days of free speech in the media, replacing it with the thought police deciding what we should and shouldn't see or hear. It may be the year 2004, but it's starting to look a lot like the world of George Orwell's 1984, and the style's coming back too, I've actually noticed. What will be next? I ask my people, my fellow dwellers of movie land. Movies? Books? How long will it take before not only words but ideas become subject to deletion? I have to ask myself sometime, who's the little prick that gets to sit in a room and decide what I get to say on camera? In this case, it's nobody. Anyways, that's my 7-second delay rant. As you notice, I kept it clean and clear of any obscene gestures and any foul languages. So, I'd like to thank you for listening to my opinionated opinion, and until next time, when I, your host, Jerry Gambois, explores the world of retardedness on television. Thanks for having me! I've got an opinion! Welcome back to the show. Thank you for sticking around. We have our musical guest in the studio tonight. It's Tenacious J with Jeff Clobridge and Jason Carson. Take it away, boys.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know that dude.
Hey!
What's up, dude? Shout out to the people in the balcony.
So, Jeff.
So, Jay.
where
I am
do we
one half
begin?
of Tenacious J, and the other half is standing to my left here. He's playing the guitar. He's going to be jamming them out for us today.
Jamming.
And I'm going to be trying to do some vocal stylings, see if it works. Hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4. See them sitting on the window's edge. When the red-headed ranger with red gloves came strolling through, we all said, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you dancing?" But he just kept dancing. He just loves dancing. Ever since he was this high, he was a dancer. I used to dance. Jay used to dance. We used to dance. Together. But not together. At home know that dancing is okay. I don't dance anymore just because it's stupid.
Neither do I.
But some people like to dance.
Stupid.
And I'm not trying to, step on their toes. Excuse the pun. But we're here to play rock and roll, not dance. And we can't help it if some freak walks into our shot. So here we go again, with the dancing red-headed stranger in the red gloves.
Stranger.
Yeah.
Can't get it out of my brain.
Can't get enough of you. Solo. That was weird.
What's going on? Don't recognize anything at all.
Anything at all.
Anything at all.
Anything at all.
Nothing's going on. Everything is wrong. I can't sing a key.
Sure you can. This is alternative music.
Yeah, that's a D.
Alternative music can be
I think I can
anything.
sing a D.
That's why it's called
But it is
alternative.
now
But I
C.
wonder alternative to what?
And to a G.
A tree. And that rhymes with 3, folks.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we want to take this one and kick it up a notch now.
Well,
Sing one for the
I think
ladies.
We should give him a little background on us, remember those days back with Mr. Black
Yeah.
and his good friend Kyle.
Yeah.
They
Well,
kind of stole our whole idea.
well, see, what happened was that back in the day, me
let
and
Jeff go.
Jack Black used to be in a band together, and it was called Tenacious J. And then one day, he comes out and says, "Oh, I'm in a band called Tenacious D." Says, it's similar but not the same, so he's taking it. But screw Jack Black. I think we should just go into another tune. And here's Jerry.
Good job, guys. Great job. So now I just have a few questions for you guys. Tenacious J, you explained a little bit of a story about that. You explained a little story about that. Now, were you sexual partners with Jack Black, or were you just friends?
We were just friends, but that quickly turned ugly when he stole our band's name.
Okay. Now, he stole your
And
band's
my
name.
virginity.
He stole your band's name. And you speak about virginity.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, Jason.
Well, it was quite the unusual experience. Jack was a little drunk, I think, and Jeff wasn't cutting the cheese for him, so he tried to find a little inspiration in the Carson Man, and unfortunately, I took all of his abilities and threw them into my
husband.
Oh, this is just unbelievable.
Okay, great. And how long you guys been together as a unit, as a tenacious unit?
17 years. Security. Do you have security on the show?
Jesus, I thought this was a studio.
Oh, we've been together
God,
for
where's the
17
security?
17 years, and you know, we just started playing when we were in public school, and we've been rocking the tunes ever since. I mean, I'm pretty confident that we're gonna catch our big break soon.
All right, perfect. So I'd like to thank you guys for coming down to the show.
I love you so much.
I'd like to thank the Crazy Fan, and we'll be back right after
love
this.
you all.
From a few messages from our sponsors. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I mean, give us a big round of applause here, folks. Woo! All right, woo! Tenacious J, catch him at Barrymore's at some point in the next 10 years. Thanks a lot.